I'm going to give you a quick rundown or a little tour of how I organize my days and my weeks. This will include quick ideas that just pop into my head, meal ideas, as well as cleaning routines and things to do. So if you look right here, you'll see the fridge. Right next to the fridge, that long cabinet, I call that my little pantry in the kitchen, and I'll show you what's inside of it. Okay. So right here inside the door, this is like my little storage area for all the things to do. And if I need any of those pages out, they are all stored here on the inside of this door by Velcro. And over here in the cabinet, this also has Velcro, and it can also be attached to the refrigerator by a magnet, but this is just my weekly meal plan. And if I need them on the fridge, then they are here and they can be used with magnets. I'll touch on all these things, but I'll spend most of my time on this one right here. But for right now, this page right here, you can see there's some Velcro right here. It's held on the fridge by the magnets. And if I take the magnets off, again, you can see the Velcro, but then there's Velcro on the other side as well. So this Velcro is what stores it there on that pantry door. Just a quick little rundown here. The whiteboard is for quick notes, like as I'm in the kitchen doing things, I just have things pop in my head that I need to do. So the whiteboard is just quick little notes to myself, and then as I get time, I transfer any information on that board to anywhere else that it needs to go. This Use It Up page is something I created to help my family know what leftovers, what actual food is in the fridge when it was made, and so we're not having any food go to waste. Also, ways to turn leftovers or frozen meals or produce or anything that needs to be used up, how to combine it and turn it into another meal, any notes. This page up here is my weekly to-do. So this is just my brain dump section, and then as I get time, I just put it into the daily slots of when I can do those things. And this page, as well as the page on the back of it, so this one, and this one are included in a link below. The link below is a document that has over 70 pages. There's dozens of pages of homemade cleaners, as well as routines, chore charts, responsibility charts, planning your day, scheduling your day, owning your day. I think I said cleaning routines, cleaning loops, cleaning schedule ideas, step by step on how to clean certain rooms, things like that. It's just full of things like that. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and grab it. It's free. Go ahead and grab it. It's in the description box below. So back to this page. This is where I want to focus the video on. This page is a combination of my cleaning loops and my daily habits, my daily routines. I just put it all on one page for just a quick at-a-glance thing, so nothing's being forgotten. And this is strictly about cleaning, and it is an entire deep clean of the house, working with the time that you want. So there's really no stress or pressure. It may look like a lot, but it's really not, especially if you read the information that comes with it, okay? All right, so up here I have a section for my morning habits, and these are just things that I do every single day. It's not cleaning necessarily, it's just your daily habits. And if you keep up with your morning habits and your evening habits, your house, even if it's not clean, at least it'll look clean. And then if you're able to throw in your weekly habits, your house will look even cleaner. But again, it's not deep cleaning. So these are my morning habits and my evening habits. Over here, I have my daily themes. And then each day, based on my schedule for the week, I have a different kind of focus. So on Mondays, that's my in the kitchen focus. So I really spend pretty much all day in the kitchen making bread, sourdough, trail mix, butter, yogurt, all those things there. And then the weekly breakfast, that's for my husband for his work for the week, and as well as my daughter going to college for her breakfast for the week. Weekly meal prep. So anything that, for any meal plan I have, if there's, a lot of vegetables or produce I'm going to be using, I'll chop it up then. If I need to part a chicken, that's what the Monday's about. And my cleaning focus is the floors. Saturday is a family day or catch up for free day, and I restock. Restocking can actually take the entire day. And then Sunday is the rest and prep and making my husband's breakfast for the week, so he can just grab and go when he leaves in the morning. The weekly plans and weather, what that means is I am just checking the upcoming plans for the upcoming week. So are there any appointments I need to do? And then how's the weather? And if you look over here on the morning habits, I check that day's plans and weather. And on the evening, I check the next day's plans and weather. The reason I check the next day's plans is I always do that just in case there's something that I forgot about that's coming up the next day, like an appointment. So if I need to get up earlier or something. The reason I check the weather once a week and then also in the morning and evening is because of our animals. So sometimes our dog, he needs to be chained up if there's certain weather. Especially if it's in the wintertime and we're going to be getting freezing rain, we leave our chickens locked up to where they're under cover so they don't get frostbite, wattles, and combs. So that's why I have the weather on there for me to check. Over here, I misspoke earlier when I said the weekly breakfast. That's just for my daughter for her college. The Sunday is for my husband's work. The As You Go monthly maintenance checklist. So these are just things that I try to do once a month or once a quarter, depending on what they are. And then I have like a little legend down here. So the dot, and these are with dry erase markers here. So anything that has a dot or a hyphen or a slash, you can see like sharpened knives, it has a dot. That just tells me I did it last in November. The clean the dishwasher and filter has a slash, meaning I just did it in January. The clean washing machine has a hyphen, meaning I last did it in December. Looping care room by room. So this is where this connects with the cleaning tasks loop. And this is where your deep cleaning of the house comes in. So we have 12 weeks. You can start it whenever you want. So this covers about 3 months worth of cleaning. And so on week 1 of whenever I decide to start, I focus on the kitchen. And for the amount of time, I have designated 30 minutes on the looping care. So just 30 minutes focusing on the kitchen for that entire week. Some weeks, some seasons in our lives are much easier to keep up with than others. Like usually around the holidays, not much house cleaning of any kind is going to get done. But January and February are the slow months for us. So that's actually a really good deep cleaning time for us. But like if you're wondering, what do you do in the kitchen? Well, you do this. This is what the cleaning task loop covers. So you start here. You always start cleaning from top to bottom. So you start here with your cobwebs and ceilings, move on to ceiling fixtures, lights and ceiling fans, marks on walls, etc. And you just go across and then you come down and so on. So that's just a quick little rundown of how that works. Now, also here on the looping care, you'll see on week 7 and week 12, I have a little asterisk by the word finish up. And that just gives you a little bit of grace period there. So like if those first 6 weeks were really rough and you weren't able to clean something, maybe you can use that week 7 to finish up something you didn't do here. Or if you finished up everything there, then use the asterisk and then find on the cleaning tasks the asterisk for the items that usually either take longer to do, are a more intensive project. Possibly they might even cost, some money to do, or those little pesty things that, like replacing pest traps, cleaning electronics, changing smoke alarm batteries, cleaning all these things here. Tackle what you dread, what you've been putting off, mend clothing, clear out, clean, organize, declutter, and donate some stuff. I mean, that's kind of just some added in items that, you need to do, but it's not part of your overall deep cleaning of the house. The weekly meal plan, the weekly meal guide ideas, this is just a guide, and this is specific for me. So like on Mondays, you can see it's leftovers, That is because Monday I am in the kitchen the entire day, and I mean, I'm really going in the kitchen. So I just want something easy to deal with for supper. So we do leftovers. Tuesday is a longer meal because Tuesdays I'm home and I'm usually just doing office work, so I can have time to do a longer meal. Wednesday is crock pot because again, we are gone all day on Wednesday, so I need supper ready when I get home. Thursday is our family mealtime, our family supper. There's my family, there's my daughter, her husband, and their baby. There's my other daughter's fiance, and there's our neighbor. So we have that family supper once a week. And so, because we have a lot of people and we try to give everyone leftovers, we need a big pot of food. So, this can be a casserole or a soup. It can also be a crock pot. I just didn't have enough room to write crock pot on there. It can be anything that feeds a crowd and that's easy to make. So, that is just a quick little rundown of this all in one daily routine. On the back here is the chore loop. And this large box over on the right, these are all the cleaning tasks loop. So it is just like down here on this green box. And this is also for deep cleaning your home. And to deep clean your home, you have two options, which are in that box. And then here's just a little bit of encouragement or, hoping you will find grace with it. All right, and there you go. And again, everything you've seen except the dry erase board will be for free in that description box, in that link below in the description box. Thank you for watching.